Hey everyone, Josh here with Fresh Start Customs, and today we got another box in the mail. This one is from UeeVii. They have their brand new product that they said that they'd like me to share with you guys since you own laser engravers. Essentially what this is a Wi-Fi bridge point-to-point system. So this is going to be for you guys who live out in the country that have a barn far away or a workshop far away that you want to put your laser engraver in. This does run off of a 2.4 gigahertz network. So the same thing your laser engravers run off of. There's a couple different ways to set it up. I'll share with you guys two of those ways here in this video. You can also set it up a third way with a camera. So if you need like a camera that's out like on your barn far away too, you can connect it with that. I don't have a camera to share with you guys on that. As far as mounting it, I'm not going to be mounting it in this video because I don't really have a need to go from here to my workshop that's not that far away. I already have a range extender for that. But in a future video, I may be doing this on a 7-acre property. A relative is building a building, so that'll be a little ways away before I actually mount and install it. But I'm gonna share with you guys how this works. And I do recommend this product for your laser engravers if you have no other way to get Wi-Fi or an Ethernet cable all the way out to your building. So to get started, what you're going to want is the Wi-Fi bridge system itself, which we're going to unbox right after this. You're going to want a computer that you can test with that has an Ethernet port on it. This one has an Ethernet port right there. And then you're going to want your actual router itself. So you're going to need an extra router if you want Wi-Fi involved with this too. So you'll have your main router. Then you're going to plug out of your main router into an adapter, which you'll see in just a second. And then you'll go from the Wi-Fi bridge to the next Wi-Fi bridge and then back into a second router. And I'll go ahead and share with you guys a close-up video of that setup here. So with all that said, let's go ahead and unbox this, and then I'll show you the setup. And then if you guys are interested in this, check it out in the link down below. All right, you guys, so to save you some time on unboxing, it comes in this big box here, but in this big box is 4 little boxes, and I went ahead and unboxed those already, so you didn't have to see me unbox a box within a box. So essentially, it comes with a little paper slip here. It does let you know that this does go up to 3,281 feet is the distance. So if your barn is that far away, that's a pretty specific measurement, but obviously they've got that measured out really well. This also can do up to 100 megs per second on the 2.4 gigahertz network. In these 2 smaller boxes here, it looks like we got the adapters that I was talking about earlier, where you plug from your router into this, and then from this into one of these Wi-Fi bridges here, which you'll see in just a second. Let's go ahead and pull this other one out here. Should be 2 of them. There we go. And then there's the second one that you connect to the second bridge. So in this box, let's go ahead and see what we got in this box here. This is the wireless bridges themselves. It comes with an instruction pamphlet like all products do. And then you can read through that on your own time there. And essentially, here is your Wi-Fi bridge. This is the main product itself. It does have 2 little screw holes that you can hang flat on a wall, or there is a connection point down below here in this next box that I'll show you. But essentially what we're doing is we're coming out of one of these and going into here, and then this is what powers this unit up. And then you'll point this unit at that unit, and that's how it'll connect to your barn, which I'm going to show you here in just a second. And then we got the secondary bridge here. And it looks like some mounting equipment underneath. Yep, and actually these are the LAN cables itself. So these are like an Ethernet cable here. So it comes with 2 Ethernet cables. You're gonna need much longer Ethernet cables than that. It also comes with zip ties, which I believe is gonna be used to mount this to the rods that you're gonna see here in this next box. So in the next box are those little like rods or posts that can be mounted to the side of your building. So you can just screw this to the side of the building. I won't unwrap that. I think you get it. It's just a metal post. This can slide on there and get zip tied to it with these metal little hangers right here. And that's pretty much it for that. So let's go ahead and go into the setup next here. Alright guys, so there's a lot of parts here. We already talked about the unboxing, what came with it. All of this is included, including these little Ethernet cables here. So we're going to pretend you have your home Wi-Fi router set up already. It's connected to power and has internet coming in. You'll have 2 extra ports connected right here. In this case, I'm just using this to show you an example. So on the back of this, you're going to have your LAN ports, which are these silver area here. You'll connect to one of these. And then once you have that connected, you're going to use one of these power adapters that come with it. It's going to say PoE and LAN. You're going to connect that LAN port into this LAN port. And then you're going to connect an extra cable that you have that wasn't included that's rather long. And you're going to connect it to this PoE right here. So once you have that connected, you can plug that into the wall and get power just like this. And then you're good to go. What you're going to want to do on your first unit is take this cover off the front of this, and then you're going to want to plug your other end of your really long cable that you're going to be routing through your house, out your wall, and mounting to the side of your building, and you're going to connect it to this first port right here. What this is going to do is this is going to allow it to get power, and you can route that right through here and put your cap back on. You're going to make sure this is set to H. There's a little trigger in here that'll say H. That'll make this the master, and then this one's called the slave. That's just what it's called, is a master and slave unit. And there is a function and a selector button to switch channels. This should automatically pair to the correct channel here, but we're going to check that out. Next up we have this unit here. So this unit, you want to take the cover off the front as well, grab another long cable, and connect it to this unit here. So same port, same long cable here, connect it, and then you're going to route it out the bottom here, and then you're going to route that into the PoE port on this one. So just like we did with the other one, and then you can connect your other unit. So this can connect to like a camera, like I said, it can connect to another router, or in this case, we're going to connect it to this computer. So I already have the Ethernet into the computer. We're going to connect that here, and then we're going to plug this into power as well. Now that they're both in power, they're both cycling on, it does take about 1.5 to 2 minutes for them to cycle on properly. As you can see, this one has already cycled on and turned on. We're going to wait for that one to connect. They should automatically pair to the right channel, but you can reset them both by clicking the reset keys here if need be. You can also cycle through those channels and select which channel you need from there as well. So while we're waiting for this one to power up, in this first scenario, we're connected directly hardlined into this computer. This computer now has power out in your shop or tool shed or workshop, whatever you have, and it is connected through hardline internet. The second scenario, you remove this, you add a second router, so a second one of these to this cable, but this time you connect that into the yellow port on the back of your router, and then that's going to put off its own Wi-Fi signal. You can rename that a Wi-Fi signal, whatever you want. You now have Wi-Fi out in your shop. And then the last scenario is where you remove both of those and you add this directly to a camera, and you can have a camera unit on there as well. So those are the 3 ways you can set it up, and as you can see, this is already paired to the correct channel here. They are matching. If they're not, you just click that function button until you can get them to match, and then hit the selector button, which is right there, or you can hit reset to reset both of those units once they're both paired, and you're good to go. That would be the real world scenario there, and hopefully in the future video, after we can get a building built, we can do a future video way down the road with these. Other than that, if you have questions, let me know down in the comments below, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.